How's it going, YouTube? As you can see behind me, boat is out of the shop, and we've got quite the mess here. Accumulation over winter because the truck was parked, so I wasn't hauling that much garbage away. So I've got, oh, where can you see me now? You can see me. So I got all this to tidy. I'm gonna throw up the tripod with the little action camera. Too bored to have a GoPro, so I'll find one. And we're gonna get this clean. We're gonna turn this mess into this with the magic of editing. So I'll turn around and I'll show you what the mess is. So as you can see, the one bench is just cluttered with boat stuff. Got part of the back seat. Everything I had to cram out of the way to fit that boat in here. So I've already started. Got the drill chargers, drills up there, some of the oils and that. So I got a chunk of empty shelf, more empty shelf, a little bit empty shelf. The heater, well, they're over here. A bunch of wood I gotta find a home for out of the way. As you can see, it's just a mess. Look at the workbench, it's a mess all over the ground. Under there is not that bad, but there's stuff just all over the ground, all over that ground. So we're gonna get this clean so we can do some more projects and get working on the boat. So I'm gonna chuck up this little action camera on a tripod, and I'm gonna get it recording and see how much of this I can record. I've probably got an hour and 10 minutes worth of memory cards, so we'll see you then. Take it easy. The shop is all clean. Boat is out of it, outside those doors to be worked on. And I guess I can just show you guys here. Got everything pretty much clean. We'll spin you around and we'll do a little tiny shop tour. It's not a very big shop. I wish it was bigger, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we start. These are the doors. They're just built out of cover sheets for garage doors. They open like a bifold because there's a big hill once you leave. So in this corner there's my little 7-horse for my 12-foot aluminum, and then behind there's a 6-horse Mercury which has a bad head, or not a bad head, a bad cylinder. So shop vac, junk. Then we've got the bench seat for the boat, which I'm going to be putting up on that bench and painting. We'll do a little time lapse of that too. And I just got my mix of wires and boat control and air hoses and the window with the fan, and that tube is for when I'm sanding, or but when I was doing fiberglass. I just had it hooked on the outlet of the shop vac, so it just blew that air out just in case the filters weren't working as good. Leftover wood for the boat. Then I got my cords there, my ramps, light. Then we come to toolbox number 1, and we've got channel locks, pliers, and vice grips up top. Next drawer we got needle nose, and then wire cutters, which is pretty empty. I don't know where the hell all my wire cutters are. And then we got 12-point sockets, hex sockets, and torque sockets, and 12-point. Did I say 12-point? And then we got a drawer full of files, and then a drawer full of drill bits. Very unorganized with drill bits. Drawer for my wire brushes. Nothing in the bottom. And then we'll come over to this bench or desk. So I'm going to do all my sewing on this desk when I upholster the back seat. And up on the wall we got pegboard, and we've got sandpaper, rivet gun, masks, welding masks, first aid kit. Every shop should have one. Come down, I got my flap discs and my cutoff wheels. Pile of random shit that's got no drawer. I got C-clamps, clamps, corner clamps, more clamps, set of wrenches that I don't use very often. And I got a pair of snips and knife and safety glasses, towels, scissors, scrapers. Then I got my screwdrivers there. Nice holder. I found it somewhere. I don't remember where I found it. Fire extinguisher. Every shop should have one. Little 2.5 horse motor. Don't really need it. And then I've got my little General metal bandsaw. It's just a 4-inch, but it works great. Don't know what I ever did without it. Then we go into the drawers here. Top drawer is all sandpapers. Second drawer is like my torque wrenches, a compression gauge, brake line flaring tools, and like my calipers, oil filter wrench, snap ring pliers. Any specialty tools to go with cars is in that one. And then bottom one is all my air tools and air tool accessories. Underneath, I've got my jack stands. Back there, I got my tire balancer, and I've got a transfer case for 2001 Dodge 1500. This is my electronics drawer. really messy. Then huge drawer full of wires, really messy. And then here I've got my engine hoist, and then a ski pole for the boat, air hose, tool belt, tool bag, old sub, reservoir tank for the air compressor there. Then in this drawer we got another little toolbox here. Top's just for random shit. That's my extensions, my Allen keys, pencils, pens, some box cutters, permanent markers, Sharpies. Next drawer is a knife drawer basically. Got some knives, sharpening stones, actually air fittings, air chucks. Next drawer is my ratchet drawer. So I got all my ratchets, extension or breaker bars, speed ratchet. This little handheld ratchet, pretty cute. Next drawer, I've got my taps and my stuff for helicoils. So that was everything in that toolbox. And then here you got a crescent wrench, and then all my wrenches that I use the most. That's why I say I rarely use that set unless I need really big wrenches, because these don't go up that big. I'm missing my 2 good screwdrivers. They're probably inside my truck. Got air chuck, little tray full of random stuff. Then my safety glasses, earmuffs, and respirator. And then I got my Mastercraft gear wrenches, a little bit of stuff for the boat. Up top, just a bunch of random stuff. In this drawer, pretty empty. I need to find things to fill it. Underneath, got my heaters, my compound miter saw, and a drawer accessory thing. Then we come over to here. I'll back out so you can see the shelf, and that's the shelf where I carry just a bunch of random stuff up top, hardware for the boat, got some air tools there, hole saw kit, then all my drills, grinders, jigsaw, sanders, planer, sander, then some oil and paint down there, empty toolbox. Then we come over to this toolbox, and there's the transfer, or the gearbox for the Odyssey that's got all brand new bearings, all brand new seals. That's ready to go once I find a motor. Boat hardware, shitty drill bits. Oh, we got some mech for the fiberglass. Then in here we got some little pry bar and punches and some nozzles for my spray, one of my spray guns, chisels, cold chisels, my brass drift. Next drawer we got my hammers and my steering wheel puller. And then here is my socket drawer. I need to start collecting some more sockets. My sets are pretty low. And then the bottom's just a jack, some resin, and all that. Then we come over to this workbench. We got my little 4-inch vise, 6-inch bench grinder with a wire wheel and a stone. Use a wire wheel more than I use a stone. That little thing right beside it is for my drill bit sharpener. And then same thing, a bunch of random stuff, a bunch of welding rods, which I don't have a stick welder anymore, which is kind of funny. And then I got a toolbox full of tire weights and all that, because I do my own tires. And then coming on here, I've got the 100 horse Johnson for the boat. I got my Lincoln Electric MIG Pack 140, works great. Got my battery booster, my diesel heater, and then we keep going. We got the stereo, bunch of oils and paints all across the top, battery chargers, torch, all my drills and impacts, and all the battery chargers behind it. Then I got a big shelf here full of all random little shit. And then onto this, we got my manuals, part of one of my paint sprayers. Then we got a brad nailer, bin of dirty rags. But I keep them because if they're not that dirty, I keep them because I work on my diesel truck. And my impact socket set, heat gun, paint sprayers. I'll show you those on a review. Got my speakers for my boat, clean rags. And then all of this, I gotta take it to one of the recyclers, but that's all used oil. Then I got my bee breaker I made back there, a fence for a table saw, which is in the back shed. And that leaves us right back around to this corner. So I've got a lot of stuff crammed in this little shed, and it's okay to work on. Little bench there in the center that I do most of the big work on, throwing the little motors on and stuff and welding on. So that's it for today. Hope you guys liked the video, and hope you guys liked the footage from my little action camera. It's not very good, but I got a little time lapse of me cleaning the entire shed, cleaning off my workbench. So hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy.